What's good, guys? It's me, Gerald the Weeb here. I'm back again with another video. Um, okay, I had to do a lot of research because I kind of forgot all about what I was going to do for my Dio series. This is the Dio series that I was, yeah, you know about. So now, I'm going to be changing it up. It's going to change up a lot. Because, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is part 3. And it'll be Stardust Crusaders, or maybe it'll be Dio's The Crusaders. There we go, that sounds good. Now, let me, just get, okay, this video has to hit 10 views, and I'll continue with part 2 of a Dio Crusader. Boom. Okay, now, let's just get straight into the what if. And also, I'll make my Bleach, what if tomorrow. Okay, let's go, now. In the year 1917, a casket is found by the German U-boats weren't in World War I, right? I'm pretty sure they weren't. That was in World War II. I'm getting my freaking history confused, and I love history. Okay, so a normal boat from Germany finds you already know the main villain of this part. It's not Dio, because it's what if Dio was good, okay? It's Jay the Butler. He's back at it again. Okay. So it's been Joestar II is was born in 1889. So it's and it's now the First World War. So it's been over around 25 to 26 years since yeah, so almost 30 years has passed since over 20 years has passed since Jay the Butler was awakened, and he's now he's getting fished out, like I was saying, and he kills everyone on the ship, and he goes straight to Egypt with the ship because he's very weak, and also he has Jonathan's body, if you didn't know. So, and now we're going back to the present. Now we see older Speedwagon. So he let his body aged for some reason. I don't know why Speedwagon will allow his body to age, but he can always reverse back to his younger form. So Speedwagon is now telling Dio. Yeah, Dio's good in this. What if? So, Dio is with Lisa. Yeah, Joseph's mom, or Joseph Joestar's. Yeah, you know what I mean. Part 2's main protagonist, Joseph Joestar's mother, or Elizabeth Joestar, if you want to be technical, is with Speedwagon, and Speedwagon says, I have bad news. And then Dio then says, hurry up, I'm trying to eat. Hurry up and spit it out, Speedwagon. And so Speedwagon says, George is dead. And Dio's kind of been raising George for, yeah, basically all. So like George was kind of like Dio's like a son to Dio, you could say. So, as Dio hears that, he says, what do you mean he's dead? Who killed him? And Speedwagon says, I heard reports that it was from my foundation. We don't have that much intel, but it was someone that looked like Jonathan Joestar. He had... And then Dio stopped him right there. Jonathan Joestar. Why would Jonathan kill his own son? That doesn't make any sense. And also Speedwagon says, it's been a whole year since he's been out in the opening. I think it's Jay. And Dio says, Jay the Butler? Wait, hold on. Wait, he's in part 3, so he does his re thing. There, boom. I don't know why I sounded like a pubes. I'm gonna stop talking and get back to the what if. Okay, so Dio then says, "Oh, so he's back. Let's hurry up and kill him then. Going back into your new young form." And Speedwagon already did that. Oh, you already did it. Now let's go and kill him. But so wait, so Dio then says, "Fill me out on the whole story, Lisa. Go back to Joseph. You need to take care of your kid. We'll handle this." And Lisa then says, "No, I'm going with you." And Dio then says, "But we need to check up on your son. He might be in trouble." So Dio then grabs Lisa and flies all the way back to the mansion. And now it's morning. And now I'm gonna do a weird switch. So if you watch part 4 of JoJo, you know about Josuke and how he was very sick. So I'm gonna do the same thing with Joseph because he's gonna be awakening his stand. Because some Dio and Speedwagon left 2 more stand arrows that they couldn't find. The other stand arrow will come in handy later. You'll understand. So Dio left us 2 stand arrows alive, you could say. And since Jay the Butler has Jonathan's body, just like what Dio did, so he now has a stand. But I'll tell you his stand when we get to when we get to like around the final part of this part. So Dio then says, "There's something wrong with this boy." And Dio says, Joseph doesn't look too well. "I know so. It looks like he..." And so Dio then says, "Yeah, he's very sick. But I don't know if I have the medicine to help him." And Speedwagon says, "Yeah, I don't have the medicine either. So it must be Jay the Butler. He used the stand arrow, didn't he?" And Dio then pulls out his stand and says, "The world." Yeah, so Dio used the stand arrow on himself a long time ago, before he destroyed the other stand arrows. So Dio then says, there we go. Yeah, there's something around Joseph. He sees Hermit Purple. Yeah, Hermit Purple is now strangling. Yeah, you heard me, strangling Joseph a little bit, but not to the point of like death. And so Dio says, "We only have 50 days before this thing kills him. Maybe even 30 at the most." And Lisa then says, "Then we should hurry up and get going. Just call Arena. She'll take care of him. But I want you to stay here. Why don't you understand?" "But I'm a hormone user. And I also taught George a little bit of hormone, but he still got killed. So we'll handle this." And Lisa said, "Fine, but you better come back alive." And so she just stays with Joseph. And she says, "You better get revenge for him." And Dio says, "George was just like a son to me. That's why we called him George. To remember George the First. I wanted to call Joseph Jonathan, but you guys were being weird. But hey, don't worry about it. I'll kill Jay for real this time." And now I'm going back to a flashback of George and how he died. So I'll show you. Yeah, I keep editing this. Like now, yeah. So flashback. Yeah, we're having a flashback in these parts. Okay, so George is yeah, he was just stationed at Egypt, so he can go he can fly right towards Germany after he goes after he leaves his position. But so George was hearing rumors that that a vampire's been eating people, and George actually learned a little bit of Harmo. And also, he didn't get stabbed by the stand arrow yet because he wasn't born. If I'm correct, he wasn't born yet when Dio found the stand arrows. So now George knows a little bit of Harmo, but not that much. Lisa is 10 times better than him. So George then keeps walking in all these alleyways to try to find this vampire. Oh wait, oh crap! I cut myself out for a second. So as George walks toward out into the doorway, yeah, a doorway. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, he was walking into a doorway, and he sees Jay the butler. Yeah, so he sees Jay the butler, and and Jay the butler then says, "It's time for you to die, just like Jonathan. I've been waiting for you, and then I'm gonna kill Dio and Speedwagon, and maybe your wife at that too. No, you have one, just like that Jonathan." And so George then says, "I don't think so, vampire. This is for Jonathan, my father." And he says, "Yeah, try your best to try to hurt your father's body." And George stops himself and says, and he looks at his he looks at it he looks at Jay's body or Jonathan's body, and he says, "What did you do with my father's head?" And Jay then says, "Well, you kind of get hungry when you're a vampire, so you eat it. You have to eat." So Dio, George then charges right at the vampire, and then he gets killed. Yeah, he gets slashed by something invisible. So yeah, he just gets slashed all over his body, and one hits his throat, just like what happened to Jonathan. And he says, "No, Dutch cat." And then he dies. And then he said, "No, I don't want this body. I don't need it. If I make you a vampire, that won't make me better than that Dio. He thinks he's so clever. I don't even need to be at full power to defeat him." And so he just leaves George's body and he walks away. Okay, we're back to the present now. Now that I'm looking back, I have Speedwagon, and I should have moved the eye or Jay the Butler's eyes more all the way to the end, but that it's not gonna work. I tried it just now, so Speedwagon's not Jay the Butler. Okay, so don't get confused. So Speedwagon then sees Dio crying as they are flying to Egypt. And so Dio then says, "Not like this. I won't let Joseph die. Not like George, Jonathan, or George Jr. or George the Second. They're not gonna die by He's not gonna die by Jay the Butler. I watched it 3 times already. No more. No fourth. No nothing." And Speedwagon says, I don't want to watch 4 of them die either. So let's hurry up and defeat them." And that's where I'll end off to this part. So now they were in they were at the Joestar Manor in England. Wait, yeah, I think the Joestar Manor was they're in no, they were in the British territory. So I just gotta remember. So next time you'll see, next, just hit this let the video 10 views, and I'll continue this. And so, this is one more thing. I want you guys to stay healthy and keep your hands clean. And I'm about to be going back to school, like I said, and probably in like next week, or maybe 2 weeks, like a week after next week. So I might make like shorter videos starting 2 weeks from now or a week from now. It depends. So hopefully you guys like these long ones for now. Okay, just peace out.